Okay, my grandfather was a bachelor. He was 45 years old, and he owned several houses in Springfield that he rented out. And one of those houses is still standing. It's that house right at the end of Taylor Avenue on South Grand, that little white house. My grandfather built that house. And that's where they lived until he built the house on 2220 East Laurel. And then they moved into the house on 2220 East Laurel when my father was a baby, or a child, a small child. So anyhow, he owned these houses all around Springfield, and he would, my Aunt Margaret told me this story. He would get in his wagon with the big red wheels, and he would go around and collect the rent. And he had just rented this one house out to the Haycrafts, and he went to collect the rent, and he saw Zilpha Pearl in the yard. And he fell in love with her instantly.
I said, "You want to come?" She was like,
and asked her papa
really
for her hand in marriage.
They had the community on
She
campus
was
last night.
15 years old. And of course, her father said, rich old guy, of course you can marry my daughter.
She graduated.
And so they were married. And
He asked you that day?
I don't know if it was exactly that day, but anyhow, they were married. And my father is the oldest of 5 siblings. And
She still owes you for.
she was still just a child.
Okay.
when
They
she
said
was
they
pregnant.
still played with dolls.
Yeah, and she, Aunt Margaret said that, you could see Zilpha Pearl running through the fields playing with her friends, and, with this big pregnant belly. And my father was born, and they had several miscarriages. I think some twins were born that were miscarried. I'm not exactly sure if both of the twins died or what, but my father was the only boy, and there were 4 sisters. And so that's my grandfather's legacy that he left behind. A 45-year-old married a 15-year-old.
Well, their grandpa almost followed in the footsteps because he was 30.
Well, Mom, they were only a year apart.
Oh.
They were only a year apart.
Let's see, my Christmas card is
So Zilpha Pearl
Zilpha Pearl was
and
her name,
Francis
Earl.
Earl and Francis Earl.
Well, my dad was Francis Earl, but
Oh no.
my grandfather.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
My grandfather was Happy Jack Settle.
Happy Jack. Oh, that's right. And he was from England?
He was from England. He came here in at the turn of the century. I can't remember the exact year now.
1890s or something?
I think it was in the 1890s when he arrived. He was from Yorkshire, England, and before he moved here, he worked for some farmer. And
one day.
this is all written up in the Illinois Blue Book, history book, on Sangamon County. And
He stepped off the sidewalk into knee-deep in mud.
well, he came here. He was working for some farmer in Yorkshire, and he made
I'll be driving and I won't be drinking because I'm
$30 a year working for this
Oh my
farmer.
gosh.
So he decided to, I can't remember the exact number, but it was something ridiculous. And so he decided to come to America. He had some relatives here. And so he came to Springfield on the train, and when he stepped off the train on Washington, or got off the train, stepped on the boardwalk, and then he was going to cross Washington Street, and he sunk knee deep in mud.
And that's what he wrote in the Illinois Blue Book. So
And so that's
a little snapshot of our family.
that's right.
So Happy Jack,
He was known as Happy Jack.
Happy Jack Subtle.
Subtle because he was a storyteller. He was a storyteller, and
Go figure.
Jack is, Jack has inherited that, and
Yeah.
Lyle is a storyteller extraordinaire. So.